because the USAID scandal goes way beyond transgender operas for Colombia and transgender comic books for Peru, which are rather bizarre. But this is not an opera or a comic book. This is actually Politico, which is the channel that everybody thought that was independent, and it so happens, okay, big news, that's what I tell you, that we're gonna be seeing things popping up. That is responsible for headlines like this. We watched 20 Trump rallies. His racist, anti-immigrant messaging is getting darker, and this was from October of last year. It was from October from last year. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff, and we have found out. I saw this from Adam Townsend. Politico LLC, also known by two other names, total awarded amount $8.1 million from 236 transactions. 236 transactions. So it's like, how to say this? How to put this in a way? Taxpayers are funding their own propaganda, their own misinformation, their own all the ways that they are being misled into, those interests. Because at some point I thought that Politico, outside the United States, I was looking from the outside. In my opinion, I saw that Politico was maybe more or less neutral, or at least they had, let's say that they had, there's some articles on both sides of the fence, let's put it that way. But when you see this kind of headlines, no, you're basically the political Daily Mail. You're basically the political Daily Mail. So I don't know how the political Daily Mail has to receive money from taxpayer. Fun fact, Politico received USAID funds. Again, all of this, all that we have talked about all these days, today's show, yesterday's show, all this is only USAID. Only USAID. Imagine all that has happened in other areas of all the areas of the government. The amounts is like Bill Gates tries to say, oh yeah, it's only 1%, it's no big deal. Yeah, but does it mean that it is correct? That it's morally good? I mean, that tells you, we were talking about Bill Gates. Bill Gates is not a good person. He's not somebody to be trusted, but he's exposing him again and more, again and again. Bill Ackman. It is shocking, but perhaps not surprising, that the Biden-Harris administration used USAID, the agency whose purpose is to administer the funding of international aid. We already know that it is not aid or charity, to fund a left-wing media organization that attacked the administration's opponents, and of course that pushed the woke agenda, that push the woke narrative. We already seen that, and we're going to see more of that. If this is not prima facie corruption, what is it? What other media organizations does USAID fund? How about Wikipedia? We need to find out. We need to find out, and we will be finding out. Benny Johnson, this is the biggest scandal in news media history. No employee at Politico got paid yesterday. What a coincidence! What a coincidence. I thought that they had a subscription service, and they were getting long subscriptions. But you know that no single media nowadays survives on subscriptions, because we have X, and you can use X for free. You don't need to pay anything to use X, and X is the biggest news media site nowadays. Are any of you subscribed to any media? I don't know, the New York Times, the Washington Post, Politico? Well, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna keep an eye on your comments to see if any of you. I am not. I get everything from X, and usually you see that the exclusivity is for opinion pieces, and this media, this mainstream media's what kind of opinion piece they try to push, and that backfire, and people don't want to read any of that or have nothing to do with any of that, those puff pieces anymore. So many nopes and nots in the live chat. So many nopes in the live chat. Yeah. No subscriptions whatsoever. Now we'll learn that Politico, a news company which spent the last 10 years trying to destroy the MAGA movement, was being massively funded by USAID. Trump and Elon deleted their funding. Now Politico will go out of business. The corruption is endless. Good riddance. And thanks to Betty Johnson for sharing this as well. This is looks like an internal email. Dear team, Golly and I want to address this morning's payroll issue directly. Due to what we believe to be a technical error, employees did not receive their paychecks as scheduled. We understand the urgency of this matter and sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Our team is working diligently with our systems vendors and the bank to identify the root cause and implement a solution as quickly as possible. We will keep you updated as we learn more and work to resolve the problem as quickly as possible. Oh, they said as quickly as possible twice in the same paragraph. They are really desperate. Oh, thank you for your patience and understanding. If you have any immediate concerns, please feel free to reach out directly. Yeah, you know what concerns these people must have. These people that work at Politico must say that, I need to pay their rent. Now, I don't care about your system's glitch. Now everybody knows. Maybe, can you imagine people working for Politico not knowing where the money came from? Because, it can happen. It happened for me, and I remember the one of the few times that I worked for a company. I worked for the company, and I really didn't know how the company, let's say, made the money, or how it stood up, or the finances, or anything. I was a graphic designer back then, so I didn't care about that. So can you imagine being a journalist for Politico, and all of a sudden you don't get a paycheck? And you see the news, oh, right, we were funded by USAID, and the funding was cut short, and there's this should be golden. We need a huge reality show of this. We need a huge reality show of all this in real time to just make this the most fun possible. So many of you saying, Jesus Nation, you come here. CW, thank you. SSJB, thank you. Jesus Nation is your news. My channel is your news, and I'm pleased to be here, commenting, aggregating your all that is happening in the world and in U.S. politics, and to make sense of it, have some fun, and of course, read your comments. Let me see what you think about this in the comments. Live chat pops up again. Live chat pops up again. And remember to download my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my free and awesome emails as well.